Beat this video game though. Let's do it. No more. Oh, I just realized the file is like 48 hours on it because I had to keep my DS closed for like a whole day. I didn't realize I count those hours when DS were closed. That's really funny. All right, but yeah. So I can do. So here's what I need to do here. Apparently, to win this, I need to get rid of these units. And honestly, just keep making walls. That's all I need to do to win. And then also equip this one. Because I receive magic from destroying walls. And the more magic I can use to attack them, the better. That's what it is. It's kind of whack, but that's how we're going to do this. I don't think it matters which units I use here, if I'm being honest. The walls are the same strength regardless. I'll just keep the 3 I have normally. But yeah, apparently that's a strategy to beat this final boss here. Is essentially stall them out with walls and then like use my special move here to do more damage to them. So my entire goal is just try and make as many walls as I can. So here we go. Oh, that's right. I don't have the thing that gives me... Yeah, it doesn't give me a special immediately. Yeah, okay. Had to remember that. There we go. I guess honestly, yeah, I'll just do this. Put you there. I'll move you to the side. I can make a wall like this, no problem. And I'll do that right there. There we go. Now I get a lot more special back by destroying walls. I think I can use that to essentially do a lot of damage to them. Over time. Like, look at that. We're almost at our special meter already. I probably could just filled out. Yeah, I probably could just like fill things out here that turn, but it's fine. I'll do it now. Especially because now, well, they're gone. Hey, there we go. I got one for free. Bam. So I'll do that. I guess I'll do that right there. Let's see what happens. What do you see, Green? That's A-okay. I do hope this all works out though, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I need that, thankfully. I'm not gonna hurt their hands this turn, but like I need to get this off so I can do damage to them. But I guess we'll stun their hands. I forgot about that being a thing I can do. That's so true. That. There we go. This middle section's a little bit annoying at this point. Yeah, that's a lot, actually. You can do so much. It's so sick. This is indeed the strategy they recommend in the guide on game packs for beating this boss. That's why I'm doing this, essentially. And like, I can just destroy the walls on the side here and be fine. High key, I kind of want to destroy all these walls. You know what? Just have to stop me. I'm just gonna do that, actually. Also, give me a turn bet next turn too. Like, yeah. Like for free, yeah. There we go. Now almost had almost had the lightning immediately. It's nice. Do I have it if I do this? I do. Perfect. Let's do it now. Didn't hurt the right hand like I was hoping it would. That might do some damage to me. Yeah, especially because that didn't go where I was hoping it would go. Oh well. Yeah. Alright. Gotta fill out the center now. Gotta make sure that's all good. So wall there. I guess, yeah, best I can do is absorb damage to this. There should be enough walls to absorb, I think, all the hits here, though. Yeah. Perfect. I'm alright with that. We keep it going now. It would still help if I had, like, the max amount of HP I can have, though. Unfortunately, I cannot. That's alright. We're gonna get that going. I guess I can do that. That would be good for me, actually. Perfect. I'll have a purple guy to put right here. Wish I did, but that's not how it is. I can do this. There we go. The more walls, the better. Perfect. Well, this guy. There we go. Destroy his hands, please. Or just hit him 5 times. That's also cool, too. I'm also alright with this. Alright, I got a plan. We'll do this. Good wall on the right side next turn. It's gonna be alright. But yeah. Blue walls are just weaker. That's all it is. A gold wall in this case just means it has more HP. Nothing more than that, really. Whenever a blue wall, like whenever like one of the walls gets weakened like that, it just combines into each other. That's why. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. That's why the gold wall combines like the blue wall there, because it got weaker, and like the HP counts equated to whoever their max HP is at that point. So they just combine together. I can wall this next turn. I saw the vision there. No, I tried them a few times last time. I tried to defeat them a few times. Didn't work out well at all. I looked up how to beat them this time around because I just want to see them be done at this point. So yeah, that's what's going on here essentially. Like in this case, I have an artifact that will allow me to absorb a lot of damage here and do a lot of damage back to them at the same time by just making walls and deleting them. Essentially, whenever I delete a wall, it just increases my special meter, which is perfect. I just need to do more damage in this fight. Because that is the best way to do damage in this fight, is to keep using my special meter as much as I can. Looks like right now we're probably going to take a lot of damage. Unfortunate. Yeah. That'll be for next turn, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage here for sure. They're gonna do their big attack pretty soon too, and I'm not excited about that one, but it's fine. Before anything else, I gotta do this, of course. If it's the hand, they're stunned for a turn, which is nice. But yeah, we're already down. Their HP is already down close to like where I peaked in one of the attempts yesterday for doing this strategy. So like this is working out well already, I would say. Oh, I could have moved you there actually. Oh well. I'll do that. Just clear some space, I guess, for next time. Yeah, thanks for streaking, gamer. I think we're not gonna survive this next turn. I might need to do this again and get better luck. But we'll see. All that side. Okay, that was useless. Alright, so we're probably gonna die here. We're not dead here. Nice. Alright, good. Cool. Get those going. I wish I can do that. I can do that at least. That's helpful and good. I got a fun idea. My fun idea didn't go the way I was hoping it would, actually. Alright, back up. Bam. I think we're protected all the way through here. I'm pretty sure we survived this. Yeah. And the right side's gonna absorb that all the way, thankfully. All the walls will absorb that. Cool, cool, cool. Free wall for me. Damage for you. One more should do it. If I can survive for one more turn. Which actually, I might just be able to destroy a bunch of walls to get to that point. That or make more, or do stuff like this, for instance, which gives me a little bit of special mirror. Do I just... I mean, at that point, I mean... Yeah, I should get this before he gets it. And at that point, I've seen him 3 times in my lightning, which he is most of the playing field on the other side, so it's probably going to happen. Also, that'll help too. There we go, we got it. And now we should win unless we get very unlucky. We got very unlucky. Damn, alright, well... Let's back this up now. I do have a whole row of walls there, and the hands did get hurts alongside all that, so that's at least good. We don't have to absorb as much damage because of that. So that is to our benefit. Can I just delete this? No, I can't. If they're charging up, I can't delete them. Damn. Alright, I'll do that. I guess we'll do that, and then... That's not gonna help. Damn. Alright, let's hope we survive then. It's the right hand I'm entirely worried about in this case, not the left hand. Okay, cool. They're getting their big attacks soon, and I'm not excited about that either, but let's just hope for the best there.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Xenoside. Appreciate that. Thanks for supporting me, gamer. You're very cool and epic. Thank you very much. I think I have enough turns to make this work again. Because he's gonna get to 100 next turn, and then before he gets to 100, I should be able to get my special off. I think we still win. Yeah, like I'm pretty positive we still win here. Yeah, I think it's straight 2 walls and we're good. Yeah, 1 wall, there we go. Alright, if we get extraordinary luck, we don't win. But we won, there we go. Sweet. That boss is dumb. I'm glad I looked up how to beat them. I'll be so honest. Very, very not fun boss fight. But I think it's mostly because of the mechanics of the game in that case, why it wasn't as fun. Because, like, there's not enough time to, like, really set things up a lot of time. And a lot of time you're just kind of using your units as, like, meat shields if you play the game normally. But, yeah, it is what it is. That's kind of my problem with the game as a whole. Is the gimmicky fights, including the final boss fight, are just kind of not very fun. But the rest of the game is fun beyond that, so it's fine. I'll talk more about it in a review, because, like, yeah, it's the final boss there, so let's go ahead and let's get to the credits. Indeed it has, indeed it has. Thanks for streaking, gamer. Time to rip it out of your arm, right? Oh, I guess so. Oh shit, what the hell? Ice trials that cause the bloom inside within her, and her spirit exults in its power. I've never seen that word in this game until now, by the way. I guess that's what they call the power that her mom gave her. Whatever. Anyways, with a wave of her hand, Nadia shattered the link between Aiden and the blade of binding. His arm freaking exploded. It was so sick. She does what legend and lore said was impossible, because she's cool and epic like that. She empties the blade of its potent energies, using its power to thwart the eclipse entirely. Damn, take that, sun and moon. Sheesh. Defeated, Azraphir is punished for his failure to bring about an area of chaos. The demon children of Urgash clawed him, dragging him down to for all eternity. Cool. Yeah, you're evil, man. Yay, no darkness. Yay. I hate evil. Yay. Wear my I hate evil shirt to tell you all that I really do indeed hate evil. Wait, who's Cyrus? What? Oh, that was the guy from earlier. Yeah. Guy protected us earlier. That's right. Epilogue. Many weeks later. Cool. Hey, look at chests. Pretty sure I can't get those chests though. I'd love them though. You know, I'm not in this part of the game anymore. That'd be cool if I got them. Curiosity got the better of me. Ain't no problem, boss. I got you any day of the week. Aiden's still pissed off. He's still angry. Yep. That's so valid, honestly. Yeah, freaking blade fuses his arm, like, involuntarily. Like, I don't blame him for not, like, you know, not messing with that anymore. Whatsoever. On. 1 year later. It's you. No. Oh my god, friendship, yay! Yeah. Yeah, friendship. Cool. That makes sense. Oh, good for her. You got a freaking Dragon Knight? That's sick as hell. Hope he gets to like Brad Dragon. That'd be cool. Good for him. Well, neat. Good for them. Oh, that's just it. Just go straight to credits. Well, there we go. GG. Hell yeah. I'd say like this game was, I'd say, probably the opposite of Puzzle Quest in a lot of ways. It was, of course, a puzzle RPG in general, but like I think overall it's definitely better than that one by in many aspects for sure. For one, the music is really good in this game. That's going on my playlist after this, I'll tell you that much. Whenever I can use my playlist again. But yeah. In general, I think the puzzle solving is just way better because it's not like forcing the match 3. Like, you can match 3, but it's like you can also match them in different ways, do different effects, and like there's more going on with the actual effects themselves, and it's much easier to follow in general and much easier to plan things out because of that. Like, there's much more going on with the battles themselves that make it like way better and more fun. And of course, on top of that, there's RNG bullshit, but you know, that's how it goes with this sort of thing. Also, yeah, you can run from battles. That's also a cool innovation. Hooray, running from battles. Love that for me. I'm not stuck in a random encounter. That would take me billions of years. The encounters do take a while though if you get stuck in them, and they are worth fighting most of the time. Because upgrading your units and upgrading your Aw. And in general, upgrading your like your leveling up in general is so worth it, you know. But yeah, this one took longer than I expected it to as well. How long to be estimated was 24 hours for this. This took me about 31 and a half hours. Not what I expected. I'm gonna check the page again real quickly because How on the Beat's kind of whack sometimes with this sort of thing. Yeah, completion is 32. I don't know about that one, Chief. Okay, there's like 11 people did the thing here. Okay, so yeah, main story's the one person on. Yeah, huh? Okay, so people are just lying, I guess. Okay, so the main story time is 28 hours for this. Apparently, I'm going more in depth with like the people actually submitted for this. Yeah, main story time is 28 hours. Main plus side, so like, you know, main stuff plus like the side quests you can do and all that stuff. That's like 22 or like, I guess the lower. Actually, you know what? Yeah, there's a playthrough of like notes taken along the way that was like 22 hours. But there's also, but everything else is like 26 hours, 29 hours, 31 hours, 41 hours, 50 hours, etc. And then 100% completion's like the platinum trophy is 51 hours apparently, but then like 3 people put in times that were shorter than the main story and main plus side story category there. It's like, no, that's not true. You didn't 100% that in like 16 hours or 19 hours or something. You didn't do that. Come on, get over yourselves. Even if it's like your first playthrough, like you're not 100% in this game and get the platinum trophy in 16 hours. Like, come on. I sure live lying on the internet. Whatever. People are silly. I know this game does have cheat codes, but that's the one that shocked me if it did either. It is that sort of era where cheat codes are a thing. Unironically, I'm looking it up right now just because I'm curious. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there are cheat codes. Though it's only for multiplayer, so never mind. Wait, no, it's just unlockables. It's not even, why is it in their cheat section if it's unlockable? Whatever. And then the unlockables are just like stuff you get throughout the game. They're just the 5 characters you get for beating all 5 chapters in this game. And then apparently get stuff for multiplayer if you get to high level multiplayer. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that's a thing at least. There are like 5 artifacts that are exclusive to multiplayer apparently. I don't know what any of these do though, but they're there. So that's pretty neat. We'll do our quick review after this, and then we'll play the real video game once we're done with our review. And with that I mean we're gonna play Discovery Kids Kitten Corner. That's my plan. We're gonna play a real game. Friendly reminder, the first time I played Discovery Kids game for this project, I gave it the first ever 0 out of 10. The last one I gave like a better score for sure than that, but I forget what it is. I'm looking it up real quick. Now Discovery Kids Parrot Pals. The first one is Discovery Kids Snake Safari. That game is... that game cannot be beaten by someone not doing a challenge like this to beat every DS game. That was my conclusion. At some point the UI just disappears and like there's 4 more hours of game after that, so you know, it's all the same boring thing, so yeah. Oh, Parrot Pals give like a 3.5 apparently. Yeah, that one's alright, remember. It was just a pet simulator. This one's probably also gonna be a pet simulator, but apparently it took someone on Discord to beat this game like 2 hours to beat it in the end. So there is that, I guess. It might take me also 2 hours to beat it. Oh, there goes credits done. Nice. We'll see though. Yeah, it's just like, why would someone keep playing the game after the point where the UI disappears? Is my question, you know? Like, why would someone do that? I don't see what would compel someone to continue the game at that point, given how dog shit it is, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Mind Magic Clash of Heroes for Nintendo DS, the lone Mind Magic game on this on the system. Honestly, it was pretty good. There are some flaws which I'll go into in the cons section, but like overall the pros outweighed, I would say. Like it's a fun game. I've been thinking about my rating for a while for this one because yeah, longer playthrough. I think about stuff along the way, and I think a solid 7's pretty good for this. I think it's a 7 out of 10 for sure. It's pretty good. It's funnily enough, it's like I said, it's kind of the opposite of Puzzle Quest, which I gave a 3 out of 10. So yeah, this gets the opposite, I guess. The mirror, if you will, of it. It gets a 7. All right, in terms of difficulty, I think most of you just found the gimmicky fights to be where it became like difficult. It wasn't that bad overall. There was some grinding I had to do occasionally, but like overall it wasn't like too hard. But it was still pretty hard. And like a lot of times when I got walled by a fight, it was just because I was getting unlucky, which just happens for a game like this. I'm gonna go a 6. I think my mind's saying 6 here. It's just feel like a 6 game for sure. All right. Yeah, 31 hours, 28 minutes. That long. There we go. DS features well. Okay, so I mostly use the bow screens thing, but like I didn't really have like using bow screens as one essentially. Have like it's on top, Ari's on bottom. That's like about it. I could have used my stylus to control everything, but it was kind of weird. It wasn't just like tap the unit, put them in a column or anything. It was like tap the unit, drag down, then drag up in the column you need them to be in. So I never really used that because of that. I would say actually in this case no because of that. But overall, no, it's hard to say. Because that's like an optional thing. The main thing I guess you see in the game is like the top and bottom screens split between you and your opponent, which is cool and good. I'll still say yes, but like just because of that. The actual touchscreen stuff is like nothing really, but then again, not every game uses a touchscreen in general to be good. It used some touch features, this wasn't used super well. That's alright. Alright, so the pros of this game. Yeah, the battle system is super unique and a lot of fun, honestly. And it only gets better throughout the rest of the game because of the different types of units you get in each chapter. I'll say each of the 5 chapters because like the chapters aren't labeled in this game, but like there's clearly like a divide in the story at certain points, because like cutscenes and illustrations will appear and all that signifying, hey, we're going to a different area now, But it doesn't say like chapter 4, we're in hell now or something. But yeah, regardless, that's side notes. But yeah, there was a lot of depth to the battles that always kept things interesting to me. Oops. And I really like that a lot. From the units you take into battle to the artifacts that give you special abilities, or yeah, artifacts that give you special abilities in combat, to your power that charges up over time as well. There's a lot going on, but it's really fun to master and mess around with. And as the story goes on, your units change and you get new fun units to mess around with. That's awesome. That's good. Yeah, beyond that, the music the entire time was fire. There were a couple battle themes that they rotated between for regular battles a lot of the time. And never got tired of them, honestly. After 31 hours of playing them, I never got tired of them. Not to mention special boss themes along the way, which I always appreciate. There were a few of them. It's mostly for like, it's mostly the friendship between like the boss of like a boss and then like, you know, like a boss of like a chapter, you know, like that sort of thing. There's always something special going on with that, and I like that. That's good. I liked how there were illustrations for cutscenes after each chapter was done, or for important story beats throughout each chapter. It's nice extra flair. That adds a lot, IMO. Especially in a handheld title like this, where in-engine cutscenes just don't do the job. You know, you can't really have a good in-engine cutscene on a DS because it's gonna be like sprites or 3D models, and then like maybe like not the best audio quality because that's what the DS is, unfortunately. And then like, you know, a text box if it's just like sprites talking, and like that's like when you emphasize more, that's how they went. When they emphasize more in like a story or like a cutscene, that's how they get around it. Is like having an illustration right there to say like, hey, this is important, this is cool, we're gonna emphasize this. And I think that's good. They did it well. It was good. All right, and then for cons, a lot of the gimmicky fights just weren't too fun, honestly. Usually they gave you not enough time to set things up and work with them, or you needed to do something specific in order to actually defeat them, rather than just using your powerful units and going from there. And that kind of held things up a lot in this playthrough, honestly. Like, it felt more like puzzly boss fights in a way, and that didn't really work too well in this case, in my opinion. Well, bumins. That wasn't really. I don't think it was to this game's favor. Is what I think is what I'll say here. Yeah, because I got walled especially by like, the chapter 3 boss, which I guess I'll talk about that too. Like, I got walled on the chapter 3 final boss because I didn't use one of my units that kind of trivializes the fight the entire chapter, because my other units were just better to use, and that ate up a couple hours of my playthrough. Unfortunately, like stuff like it's just like little things like that with the gimmicky fights. Those were the biggest thing I would say. I do think Chapter 5 as a whole is kind of like they ran out of budget in a way because of how it is. Chapter 5 felt pretty rushed for the most part, unfortunately, given that it was almost entirely just a large gauntlet of fights until the final couple fights at the top of the tower. Like you're literally escaping your prison and going to the top of a tower. That's the entire chapter. But like, there's like every single step there's an encounter. It's like every single step there's like a forced encounter, which you can see the enemies there, thankfully. But yeah, that's how it was. It got to be a lot after a while. Yeah. At the very least, they put you at level 7 at the very start of that chapter, so like you don't have to level up much at all to really get to the end of it, but I don't know. It's still annoying. Yeah, like at the very least, actually, yeah. It's unfortunate that it was like this in the end, because it just got super tedious after a while. That's just how it be. There were a lot of fights in the game that the game forced you into, but like they're really worth it most of the time, because, well, again, getting EXP is very important in this game. You need better units to do more, and they'll do more damage. You need more HP to survive a lot of time. All right. What should we do here then? Oh, excuse me. Where are the memes? We're gonna just talk about the memes. That's what we're gonna do here. What was memorable about this playthrough? You know, what was memorable here? I'll go ahead and pull up all the screenshots and put in Discord here at this point. So, like, you know, we have this from a side quest early on. This guy, one of the bounties literally had to stop a guy who was just setting fire to the forest for no reason. So that's the line that comes from that, you know. There was, of course, Jaxler. Jaxler parentheses real. There was, of course, that. I like the image of the announcer from the second chapter in the Coliseum area. I like him just kind of eating his horn. He's supposed to be like yelling or something, but he's kind of eating it. That's what it looks like. Oh, yummy horn. Like the announcer eating the horn. I thought it was pretty good. That was memorable to me, at least. He's a little bugle. In chapter 3, there's someone named Sir Skeleton. That was important early on. And also it's important too because he gave me the artifact I needed to beat the chapter 3 boss. But yeah, I'd go back in the Fium again and do that. Yeah, Sir Skeleton the Skeleton. They didn't really get too creative with that name for sure. There's this giant like bone dragon we had to travel through in order to get to the boss of chapter 3. And he gets kind of pissed off at us for no reason. He was like, "I'm sorry, I was rude. Lying for centuries makes one cranky." That was a good line. I like that. I'll put that down. Like, I get it, man. Don't worry. No worries at all. I got you. That's fine. Yeah, so here's Jaxler. There they are. One of the first fights in chapter 5 right there. Yesterday I was pointing out that one enemy looks like Kratos. I don't know. I think that's Kratos right there. I'm pretty sure that's Kratos over there. Can't really see it too well, I guess. There we go. Yeah. That looks like Kratos to me. Just a little bit. So yeah, I'll put on the Kratos enemies. Or Kratos units, I guess. They're on my side, not their enemies. They're friends. Yeah, when people ask for a 9 out of 10 DS game, I say Moon! That was a screenshot yesterday. Oh, is it still zoomed in? Yeah, unzoom, please. Computer, on enhance. Moon. That's all I'll put down for now. I don't think there's anything else here for now, but yeah. Jack was in my friend video, and what the heck? He was in the chat the other day. That's why this is funny. But yeah, what do I recommend this game? Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Yeah, it's pretty fun. That being said, you should probably play the play the remake that came out a couple years ago. It's more accessible, and there's definitely balance changes in that version of the game compared to this, which I didn't talk about. I just realized I never talked about that. There's definitely some imbalance, at least of grinding, in a few early sections of areas. That's unfortunate. If you can even grind at the same time. I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah. Overall, it's a very unique puzzle. Overall, it's a very unique puzzle / RPG hybrid that is pretty enjoyable. I'll just leave it like that. But yeah, I'll real quickly talk about this too, because like, yeah, in a lot of early areas, they just kind of hit you with high level enemies that you need to fight to advance, and that tends to wall you early on. I don't know why they did that. But I got walled a few times because of that, and had to grind a bit. Side quests don't really feel optional for the most part as a result, which is fine, but it's also kind of annoying. Even still, it doesn't take away too much from the game, but it's definitely something still a note for sure. But yeah, that's Game 290 right there. That's Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. It took us a while to beat this one, but thank you all for sticking through this. Now we're rewarded with a Funny Cat game. Yeah.